Welcome back, Nerd Squad. My name is Roya Destroya, and this is Top 10 Nerd. For those of you who have been with us since the very beginning, the first video on our channel was craziest superhero villains. Today we are finally doing the second part to that video because I think we can all agree the crazier a villain is, the more fun they are to read about. So let's take a look at the top 10 craziest supervillains part 2. Shout out to all of you guys who have been here since day one. It means all of the alternate universes to us. In the number 10 spot, we have Purple Man. Zebediah Kilgrave first appeared as a Daredevil adversary in Daredevil number 4, and later went on to become an enemy of Jessica Jones and Luke Cage. With his mind's controlling powers, he enslaved Jessica's mind for months, forcing her to cohabit with him and endure his psychological torture. And the worst part is his victims know they're being controlled, they just can't help it. This power, coupled with his lack of empathy and total creepiness, makes Purple Man a great candidate to open up our list. Coming in at number 9 is Black Mask. First appearing in Batman number 386, Black Mask is a member of the Rogues Gallery and the son of wealthy parents who cared a lot more for social status than their own kid. Some of his craziest moments include burning down the family house, raiding his parents' crypt, and applying toxin-laced masks to his enemies. And of course torturing Stephanie Brown, Robin at the time, to the point of death. Next up at number 8 we got the Jackal. The first incarnation of the Jackal was Miles Warren, who made pages in The Amazing Spider-Man number 31. Warren became obsessed with Gwen Stacy and very jealous of Peter Parker back when Warren was a professor at Empire State University, more than a little creepy. Next thing we know, Gwen was killed by the Green Goblin and Warren falls into insanity, splices his genes with that of a Jackal's, and starts cloning everything in sight. Weird way to deal with grief. In the number 7 spot is Victor Zsaz. One of Batman's most sadistic enemies, Victor Zsaz was introduced in Batman: Shadow of the Bat. After gambling away his life, he readies himself to commit suicide when a homeless man attacks him with a knife. Victor turns the knife on the man and realizes this is his purpose: to liberate others from their meaningless existences. And every time he gifts someone with death, he carves a tally mark into his own skin. Not even Arkham Asylum could hold this guy for long. Coming in at number 6 we have Bullseye. Bullseye was brought to us first in Daredevil number 131, and his early life is a little hazy depending on what details he chooses to reveal to others. One story he gives is he grew up with an abusive dad who he eventually shot dead. Another story is he was a talented baseball pitcher who killed a kid with a well-aimed throw. Whatever is the truth, whether either of them are, both stories highlight his perfect aim and his perfect insanity. Whether it's setting fires or knocking off Daredevil's girlfriends one by one, we think he's more than proved himself for this list. Next up in number 5 is Darkseid. One of Superman's most notable villains, Darkseid was created as an analog for Hitler, a villain who would take every step required to achieve his perfect world. And some of those things are downright insane. In fact, most of them are. He's murdered his brother to prevent him from claiming the Omega Force, he's murdered his mother, he tried to murder his own son, also that he can become a living god and prevent others from having free will. Up next at number 4 is Arcade. Arcade debuted in Marvel Team Up number 65 and is the proud owner of an underground funhouse of death traps, a place he lovingly calls Murder World. In similar fashion to Jigsaw from the Saw series, if you guys have seen those movies, he places his victims in this death trap but always leaves them with a small chance of escape because according to him, this makes it all the more interesting to watch. And for the low price of $1 million, he'll tailor Murder World to any victim of your choosing, making him one of the most expensive but sought after hitmen. In the number 3 spot we have Professor Pig. Batman number 666, such a fitting issue number, introduced us to Professor Pig, who is described by his own creator as one of the most bizarre and insane characters to face off against the Bat. Donning a pig mask, he was a surgeon obsessed with making people perfect, transforming his victims into what was called Dollatrons, mind-controlled people who he attached doll masks and outfits to. I think his idea of perfect is vastly different than most people. Coming in at number 2 is Kevin. The very unassuming Kevin from Dark Horse's Sin City was in fact a supernatural being who preys on Sin City prostitutes, but not for the services they are offering. Rather, he chooses to eat them instead. Going a step further, he dismembers his victims before he cannibalizes them, feeding the parts he doesn't want to his pet wolf, and he doesn't utter a single sound while doing so. He is completely mute by choice. And finally, in the number 1 spot, we've got Superman. Superman took a turn for the worse in the Injustice series and became what we all feared fear a villain. After the Joker tricks Supes into killing Lois Lane, he goes a little off the deep end, understandably so. He decides no matter how he has to do it, he's gonna rid the world of evil. What he doesn't realize is that the evil is coming through his own methods. He's become a psychotic dictator. To put an end to his dictatorship, Batman forms a regime, pitting the old friends against each other, and the peak of Superman's evil doings, tweeting out Batman as Bruce Wayne for all to see. Asshole. So those were the top 10 craziest supervillains, and this is part 2. Let me know in the comment section down below what character you think is the most insane. My name is Rory Destroya, thanks for watching, and don't forget to subscribe so you never miss another nerdy list.